So we have our first part. Now it's time for the second part. The dimensions are in the script on Moodle. We keep in mind that the diameter here is 32. The length is 53.8. So this is how we start. Actually, it's a normal and easy cylinder. So therefore we go to new. Make sure that you open here the different units. We choose metric and standard EPT and create. Click on create and we start with a sketch. Click on the sketch symbol over here, click on a plane and we click on circle. Find the center point. Sorry. If the center point is catched, then it turns to green, and then click once and release the button. Yeah, make sure not to hold down the button, release the button. So we click once, move your mouse, and we type in 32. And we confirm that with the enter button. That's it. We close our sketch over here. We click on extrude or extrusion, and we type in the length of our cylinder which was 53.8. Why we have 0.8 here? This I think I need to explain, because this joint will be placed later here between this two sides of the arm, and this is 54. And we want to make sure that our joint, what we create in the moment, has some space to move. Yeah, and therefore our joint here is 0.2 smaller. Yeah, because this is later. You see that here. Yeah, this is what we're creating now, and this is between or inside this arm. So there will be a short distance on this side and a short distance on this side. And in total, we make this joint 0.2 millimeters smaller. Okay, we have the cylinder, and now we need to cut out here something. And this area we need to cut out. We keep in mind 18 and the outer diameter we already know. We forgot something. Inside our joint is empty, so we need a hole in our cylinder. The hole is has a diameter 16. Okay, so we want to make a hole now here. Therefore, and this is new, we need a sketch. Again, the base is always a sketch. So we click on sketch, but you see there's no plane to select. Yeah, so we need to select now a flat surface, and the flat surface we found on our we can find on our cylinder. So we select here this, and in our sketch modus we find again our center point, and we select circle. We start here in the center point, clicking once, moving a mouse, and type in 16. We confirm that with the enter button, and we close our sketch. And the thing now is, we don't want to create new material, we want to take away material. But we do it with the same extrusion button. So we click on extrude, But now we need to switch here on bullish. We switch the button to difference. Difference means we take away now material. You see that in the preview. The length is still what we typed in before. We can now also select here through all. When we click on this button, it goes through the complete material. Yeah, so when we click on here, it goes completely through our part. And then we click OK. And when I turn it, you see there's the hole. Okay, that's good so far. I need now to see it in that direction. We want to cut out now here half of another cylinder. So how we do that? That's now a little bit complicated, but I want to show you. Here on origin, we see, when we open that here, we see our planes. You see the in our working bench or our working area, when I move my mouse above these planes, we see where they are. I just click on that and I turn my view, and you see this plane goes through my part, symmetrical. Yeah, and this is what we want. So please try this also, but this is better, and this is just on the top. Okay, we keep that in mind. So which one goes, or which of these planes cut our part into a half? So this is what we keep in mind. And then we click on sketch, and again on this plane which cuts our part into a half. Now we know it goes, or the sketch plane now goes through our part, but we don't see that. Now carefully move your mouse on top of the cylinder, click on the right mouse button, and then where we have this F7, there we click on. And this cuts, I show you, this cuts now our part in the area what we want. But I can't click on the lines here. So therefore, we need the button Project Geometry. So I click here on Project Geometry, and then I select this, and I select this. And now, when I'm clicking here and clicking here, I have all the yellow lines now, which I can use to place lines, circles, and so on. Yeah, and they are now projected. They are now part of my sketch. Yeah, before I use this button, I see the edges, but I can't use it in the sketch. With this button Project Geometry, they are now, the lines now of our part are now part of my sketch. Okay, then we click on Circle, and the interesting part is here, if I go along this line, then in the middle of the line it turns to green. And when we see this green dot, then we know, okay, we are on the point which indicates the middle of this line over here. And this is what we want. We want the middle of this line, and when we see the green dot, we click once, release it, move it, and type in 32. Let's check. Yeah. No, sorry. I made a mistake, I think, yeah. Sorry, I made a mistake. I need to go back. Hang on. Yeah. Click on, so we go back, or we are here in, sorry, we do it another way. Click on escape. So we have these lines now, that's fine. We create another line. We go to line, and now we need to select here this bottom again, not again, also, which is a construction line. So we click here on this bottom. That means it's not a full line, it's just a helping line. And then from this point, click once, downwards, and when it turns to green, twice. Now we have here a dotted line, which is a helping line. It's not a real line, it's just for helping. And here on this dotted line, we find now the middle of this line because it turns to green. And then we click once again, move into this direction, make sure that it's not like this, yeah, that we have this 180 degrees, and we type in the distance, which is 18, and then escape. Yeah, we have two helping lines now, this one and this one. And now we want normal lines and not helping lines, and therefore we have to turn it off over here by clicking this button again. And now we go to circle, and at the end of the line, when it turns to green, we start to create a circle with the dimensions 32. Make sure, and click on escape, make sure that the line here is a full line and not a dotted line. Yeah, because when we create a circle, this button needs to be turned off. Okay. Yeah, that's it. We click on OK and make sure that our line is now here. Oh, sorry, I forgot something again. Our sketch is now here on the in our history tree. So click with a double click on the sketch. We are here again, and move your mouse on top of this, right mouse click, F7. Okay. Because we need something more. Which I can't see here. There's one measurement missing. Okay, this we need 9 millimeters from the middle. Okay. We need another line, so we click on line. And we draw a line now here to here. We don't know exactly where it is, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so because now we add the dimension. Yeah, we click on the dimension symbol, and we click on the line, and we click here on the middle point of our circle, find a position, click again, and now we type in 9 millimeters. Okay, sorry for this circumstances, but that's it so far. The last step here is we need to cut things which we don't need. Yeah, so we need here this scissor symbol. Click on that. Click here, click here, here, and click here. Yeah, so this is just a helping line. And if it looks like this, then you can close the sketch. And now we want to take away material over here. And to take away is the same button like to create material. So we go on extrusion. We select our profile. We select by clicking here that we want to take away material, but now we want to do it in both systems, symmetrical. So click on here. And we use this button that means through all. And I hope it works. Let's see. Okay. There's something wrong. So you see, because of our projected geometry, I have two different profiles. I have this and this one. So in this case, I want to select this, because if I select just this, that's not enough. Yeah, so I need this profile, this inside closed profile, and now we want to do it symmetrical. Yeah, click on symmetrical. We want to take away material and through all. And now in the preview it looks much better, and we can click OK. And again, we need some chamfers over here. Click on that, switch this to 1 millimeter, and click on this edges and OK. Finally, we got our part. We switch now here again to steel. Yeah, we don't want to have so much alloy elements because we want to weld this later, and click OK. It looks good, and we need to save that now. And we give the name joint and save that. In the next step, we want to assemble two of these joints, and we want to weld that. To assemble that, we need to go to New, and now we select here in this assemble area, standard, in the brackets DIN, dot inventor assembly, and OK. So now we have an assembly group. And first of all, we need to use always the left button. Yeah, this is a new feature where we are into now, and it helps to start on the left side with this left button. And this means we need to import now the parts. First of all, I have to find it. Here we have our joint. I click open, and now I need to find a place for that. Here it's good. I click once, and you see now I can, just by clicking, so I move my mouse, and if I click twice again, then yeah, two of these joints are all automatically imported. But two are good enough, and therefore with escape we close this import feature. We see in our history tree that we have now joined 1 and joined 2 by clicking on joined 1. And then keep the mouse and click on the right mouse button, and we want to fix the first joint. Yeah, fix. Yeah, you see now this symbol here, and that means it's fixed to our coordinate system. The other joint now, the second one, no, this one was the second. This can be now rotated and moved and so on, independently to our coordinate system. Yeah, so the first joint, what we imported, is now fixed to our coordinate system, and the other can be moved or rotated here with these two buttons. Yeah, for example, now I use this for rotation. Yeah, click on that button, then click on the second joint, and by holding down the left mouse, you can rotate that and escape. And I can also move it. Again, click on that, and I move it in that position. With these two buttons, and I click now escape to close this movement feature. Please make sure that now this side here and this side of the other joint, that they are opposite. Yeah, they should be yeah, close to each other. They don't need to be too close. Yeah, it should look similar to this, and make sure that only the second joint is rotated or moved with these two buttons. Okay, if you have it like this, then we don't use these two buttons anymore. They are now forbidden. We use constrain button now. Click on constrain. And this is already selected, and as you see, two faces, they are now connected. Two surfaces, yeah, two surfaces of two different parts, they will be connected when we select this button. And now we need to select these two surfaces. I start here by clicking on this surface. Yeah, so this is already selected and it jumps automatically to 2. And I also click here on the second surface. And now they are connected. Yeah, they are together now. And instead of OK, we click now on apply. Apply means that's now saved here, but still we can use this feature here, though the window is still open. We can use this feature for other things. In my case, I select now, it's hard to see, but I select here this surface. Yeah, I'm clicking on that. And this surface, the second surface is here now, this cylinder surface. And you see it jumps, and they are now also connected, yeah, over here. And again, I apply. And I do the same on the other side. Here, this small surface, my first selection, I click on that. And the closed cylinder surface from the other part is my second choice. Why I can't apply? Okay, now, and apply. And you see, now it's really connected. And when I close this here, and with my when I hold down my mouse on this cylinder and I move my mouse, it's not moving. And when I close, when I put my mouse down, the left mouse button, and I move it, it's also not moving. If in your case it's moving, then go again here to this and set constraints. with this constraints in the end, with every constraint we set, we reduce a movement. Yeah, so that's how we use constraint. We reduce movements, and now they should not, no one of these two should be movable because all the constraints are set, so they can't move anymore. If it was too fast, go back in the video and try to bring it to this stage here. Okay, we need to save this also, and we give this the name joint assembly. Or just joint group is also good. You can give the name whatever you want. So, okay, now we need to weld that, and we need to switch here the environment by clicking on that, and we need this welding button here. Now we convert our assembly group in a welding group. Yeah, so by clicking on that button, we confirm everything with yes, but it's not aluminum, it's steel. Okay. We can set now here our welding, clicking on that, and we want this. 10 millimeters is a little bit, but first we need to select here the two parts we want weld together. So the first is activated, and I click on my first part. But you see here now the difference is it's not automatically jumping to 2. So therefore we need to select or click on the second selection, and then we click on the other surface. And you see the preview of this welding line, which is of course too big. And therefore we change here from 10 millimeters to 3 millimeters, and the preview looks much better. And then we click on OK. And we have this welding line. They are now welded in our program, and Inventor now handle this as one part. We know we use 2 parts, but they are welded now, and for Inventor, for any list later, what we might use in a drawing or wherever, it's just one part because it's welded now, and we can save it. Okay, we have our second part. Sorry for some mistakes. So I also did it the last time, I think 1 or 2 years ago. It's hard sometimes to remember, but in the end we got our part. It looks good. Don't forget to save that, and in the next video we create our last and final part for our example here.